All right, everyone, here we are with ticker symbol TRCH, Torchlight Energy Resources Inc. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all the first-time viewers and investors. Welcome to the channel, Invest for Tomorrow. To all the subscribers, welcome back. And as we dive into this chart, I do want every single investor and viewer to be aware that I have a ticker symbol you won't want to miss towards the end of the video. Big learning experience. For the most part, for most investors, I want to reiterate it, look at it, and also talk about the potential moving forward. And I want every single investor and viewer to be aware that my Patreon is live and up already. We've already had some people join so far, so thank you to those of you that have joined. But there's going to be so much more information on that Patreon that's going to be awesome to share with you guys. And also, some of these ticker symbols that I talk about towards the end of the videos, you guys will get early access to stocks and ticker symbols I'm watching and why I'm watching them, and plus much more content as I further develop it. So check out the link down below in the description to see more information on it. So here we are, TRCH, Torchlight Energy Resources Inc. It's been going downwards, downward trend. And honestly, this was something that we needed to watch carefully because of this run, right? And now we're in bearish territory. The 50-day moving average crossed over it. So the 50-day moving average is now 395. I want every single investor to be aware of that. We're below it at 372. So let's zoom on in and see our resistance and support. So our support here within the last couple hours of the day is 353. And the lowest point of the day was down here at 350. So 353 is our support. We want to see how quickly this stock breaks through it, and if the bulls are trying to reappear, or are the bears tearing it down fairly fast. Now your next support level would be down here at 334, give or take 333. So pay close attention to that area as well, and how the stock is reacting between this support and the next support, and if the bulls have a chance to reappear and bring it back up. Now, the 50-day moving average is very important at 395. We're currently below it. And the bulls want to break through this. This is definitely their goal. But just breaking through it isn't enough. They need to break through the resistance. And our resistance here is at this point, and that is 406. If 406 gets broken through, the bulls can turn that into a support to then turn upwards into bullish territory and move further away from the 50-day moving average. So I want every single investor to be aware that 406 gets broken through, the bulls can start to pull upwards, reach newer highs and new resistance levels. As always, if you found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications and not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community, and don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watched this video. Stay tuned to the end so you can see more information on the ticker symbol I want you guys to see, and there's so much to learn from that video. So for everyone that has stayed to this point in the video, the ticker symbol I'm about to share with you guys is one that I talked about a few weeks ago. We touched base on it one more time as it was moving. It had already moved up like $10. I wanted to let more investors be aware of it, and it was a learning experience at that time. Now, I want to go ahead and touch base on it one more time so that us as investors, we focus in on the raw data, the charts, the business model, financials, and the company's structure, right? So I wanted everyone to not look at this one from an emotional perspective and just focus in on the data, the information, and everything that this company had to offer and the potential, moving forward. And also thinking about, the pullback that it had. Was it going to be temporary? Was this actually something to, consider adding to your watch list and so forth? So we touched base on it twice. Now, I just want to touch base on it one more time because once I looked at it, I had actually kind of left it alone, and I was just leaving it in the back end. Didn't want to worry too much about it, but man, I have to mention it. So the ticker symbol I'm about to share with you guys have probably heard me talk about it already before, and it's almost going to seem like a broken record, okay? And I just want every single investor to learn from this and to see the value in the stocks that we're picking here, that we're looking at, and why I'm telling you guys to add it to your watch list. I also want to announce one more time for anybody that kind of missed it or overlooked it, I have a Patreon now. The link is going to be down below. You will gain access to these stocks that I'm looking at way before they're even mentioned here, as soon as I start analyzing them and putting them on my watch list, right? Because I usually look for a pullback and seeing if there's a consolidation or confirmation before I share it. So it gives me time to do due diligence and research before I announce it. So you're going to get firsthand the opportunity to start doing your due diligence and research before I even mention it here on YouTube. So that's something to look forward to, and there's so much other things I will be sharing on the Patreon. So the link is down below. So the ticker symbol is TWTR, Twitter Inc. So this is the second circle. This is the first circle. I talked about it as it was going down. I had stated this might be the bottom. And if it isn't, it's going to pull back more, and it's going to be an even bigger opportunity. Well, it did not drop any lower. It started to run up, consolidated, ran up, and just with the volatility of the market, just continued to hit newer highs. I talked about it at the beginning of February, again, because it had ran up so much in just 2 weeks. And here we are. We're seeing it at the $56, $55 mark, dipped a little bit, and it's ran up all the way up to almost $75 and just had a slight pullback, just like the rest of the market. And it's sitting at $71. This is just for you guys to see how important it is to not look at any stock or investment emotionally, okay? And to always be focused on the business model and paying attention if this is temporary, and that saying that everyone knows, buy low, sell high. That's cliche. And it's like, when do you know when it's low? When do you know it's high? Well, we're seeing a great example of a stock that was falling downwards, that had already hit $55, $56. All it's done is grow over time. So we saw one of its highs. So anything below that was a low. That's like one great simple way to look at it. Anything below that high was a low. And then that would be the new high. And then look what happened. It broke out to even newer highs, right? So very interesting stuff here. And you wanted to always know what was going on here. Was it fear and uncertainty? Because it certainly wasn't profit taking. There was a lot of stuff going on with Twitter, and it was being bashed, and that's completely understandable on everyone's perspective. I've always said that, and I probably even agree with your perspective, okay? That's not something that I wanted to talk about. I'm not here to talk about the conflict or, the controversial topics about this. I'm here to talk about the numbers. I'm here to talk about the opportunity. This was a big opportunity, and I just want every single investor to understand we cannot look at stocks from an emotional perspective. Now, would I recommend still adding this to your watch list? I would really look for a consolidation or a bigger pullback. We need to see what happens, because the potential is showing that it could even go beyond this number in the future or years to come. But that's a really slow process. I mean, this grew pretty fast. I don't know how much faster could this grow in the next coming weeks and months. I mean, it's possible, but I mean, we saw how this recovered, from $40, and it hit a new high in that year, and then it dipped down. So we already knew the high. So anything below that, like I said, was a low. So it was a great way to understand this one from buy low, sell high, because we were seeing new lows. And if it went even lower, I had stated even bigger opportunity. And if not, we want to look for some consolidation or a catalyst that starts to bring this one up. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.